welcome to Mono Rants at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. Would you like to know more? I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and psychically training ferrets to run up people's legs is my co-host and master of none, Kira.
It's illegal to make squirrels fight in your pants.
I always think of that whenever it happens in this film.
Hey, Lou! Aww.
Yeah, no, we are doing Starship Troopers.
Yes, a movie I actually did see at a house party.
Yeah, I think I was the same. I would have seen it when I was like probably 13, maybe, when it came out on VHS.
It was like a birthday party, but it wasn't like a sleepover birthday party. It was like, you know, when you're like 11 or 12 and they...
Well, this came out in 97. This is actually a third film in a row from 97.
Good year.
Well, I don't know, Spawn.
It was like right on the cusp of like CGI and like people being able to do more on a smaller budget.
That's a very good point. It's the same year as Spawn with its terrible, terrible CGI.
Whereas
and this
it's
has
used
quite
in
good
this.
CGI.
Yeah, but this also uses a lot of live action puppetry because Phil Tippett.
And I believe it has a larger budget than Spawn.
Yes, but I remember this movie specifically for the, oh my god, the guy gets shot in the head and you can see it, and trying to pause it to see it.
Oh, the whole thing that it was actually an actual person
got shot in the head. Yeah.
The gore in this is fucking brilliant.
It's hilarious.
But no, I think, I must have seen this probably, like it would have come out on VHS, say, the following year, 98. So I would have been 13, and I remember seeing it at about 13.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I did not get it,
being
but
like
I loved it.
Being over to like somebody's house, being like, oh, go and like get a movie.
Yeah, and we got Starship Troopers.
And our parents were like, yeah, okay, you can watch this. Yeah, they're just fighting big bugs. It's not going to be that bad. And then there's like tits and stuff.
There's tits and there's gore and there's bad language and it's terrible. But apparently 8-year-old kids watch it, so it was alright for us.
The Irish rating system is very funny though.
Well, yeah, most Irish parents would have been more upset at the boobs than the gore.
Yeah.
I was upset at neither as a 13-year-old boy. I thought it was brilliant. Did not get any of the satire elements.
No.
Just loved all the violence.
Explosions.
It's so fun though. It's just like still. I'm always happy to watch this film.
It is. It's a very like kind of entertaining, yet you go away thinking about some of the concepts of it. Just being like, that was stupid.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. But then there's also a lot of there's a lot of theories and stuff. We'll get onto it later, but there's a lot of fan theories.
Citizen versus civilian, fascist, government.
Oh, no, sorry, not the actual
theory within it.
No, the fan theories and stuff about
Carmen destroyed Buenos Aires.
Yeah, and various false flag things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I didn't get anything of that from it as a teenager, but now
I do remember the cow being censored.
The whole censoring, what they censor and don't censor seems to make no sense, but then it does.
The ad breaks.
Do
you want to know more?
That's one of my favourite things about this film still, is the propaganda ads are just fucking
It was
brilliant.
really funny because I noticed on this watch around, I was like, that's what the VOD ads remind me of.
Particularly when the soldiers are helping out and stuff.
Oh, but giving the kids the massive guns? Yeah. Or the teacher stomping on all the bugs.
She just looks manic.
But it was like, yeah, that's what the VOD ads are going for.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And yeah, it is absolutely very much a VOD ad. And when we were watching it this time, it was like, that's what the VOD ads fucking reminded me of.
Why are the Mormons always involved, by the way?
Look, we'll get on to Mormons in space. We should do a summary first.
Mormons in space. I'm pretty sure that is a film.
No, you might be thinking of Jews in Space.
Oh, okay.
Mel Brooks's eventual film. But yeah, we'll do a summary and then we can talk about Mormons in space.
Yeah.
In a future fascist society that kind of maybe doesn't seem so bad, military service is the only thing that guarantees the vote. Which is fine unless, of course, war were declared. When war is declared, a group of teenagers rapidly get promoted to the front of a fight with alien bugs and ever-increasing military ranks.
Yeah, it is basically a case of who's in charge. Not anymore, you're not.
But not because the person who's arrived supersedes them, but because the person who is there already gets killed and the person who's arrived gets the
canaries.
job.
Apparently mobile infantry is just canaries. It's the Brannigan.
Wave after wave of men.
Yeah, it's Brannigan defence.
It's fucking brilliant.
Because
the idea
of the Sky Marshal stepping down and the new Sky Marshal with the amazing name taking over, and then you find him later on in the outpost.
He's a general now instead of a Sky Marshal.
Yeah, he's been and sent out to this godforsaken planet.
But no, just the whole idea of the mobile infantry being the main line of attack. It's like, you've got fleets and fleets of ships. What are you going to do? Just leave them in space and use them to drop people on the planet? Just people. No, no vehicles.
Like, because they nuke shit from space. Because they even say that. They're like, oh, they'll go in and glass it. And it's like...
after they get destroyed.
You develop fucking daisy cutters in Vietnam. Like, you can do better than that.
Yeah, but I think that is more or less the whole point of it. Is like, yes, they are this incredibly advanced fascist society, but they're so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They're so stupid. It's brilliant.
It's a little bit like the Russian strategy of, you have the weapon... And you have bullets. And you have bullets. And you have bullets.
Except they all have bullets.
Yeah.
And they all have guns.
Yeah.
To little effect. But it's kind of fun. Apparently, they held a record, or at least at the time, for like number of
rounds.
Number of rounds expended. And I'd believe it.
Yeah, because everybody's firing at everything.
All the time.
Yeah. Even in like training, they have live fire, which is where that fucking guy gets shot in the head. Really sweet side note: the guy who got shot in the head and the girl who shot him are married now and have a baby.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's sweet. How did you meet? I shot him.
I shot him in the head.
Yeah.
But so onto the whole fascist. I mentioned the fascist society that doesn't kind of look so bad. It kind of doesn't. It's very clearly a society focused on violence and might is right, but it seems to be a one world society.
Yeah, it's like the global or the World Federation.
Yeah, and there's all races and there's all nationalities, and the only civilians that we see are like living a pretty cushy life.
But they're also living on Earth, because you get the mention later on of your man who's like, I'm a farmer, I hate being a farmer.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they got you out on one of them farming planets.
Yeah.
So probably because it's Earth,
I'm
they're
just like,
a little bit better off. It's kind of like, in the Expanse where everybody who lives on Earth is like...
Yeah, I'm just like, don't show me a future fascist society and then only show me happy, well-off people.
Well, it's supposed to be... it's poking fun at them. Like, they're all beautiful. Like, they're all the Aryan wet dream, especially little fucking Doogie Himmler running around.
That Doogie Himmler thing cracked me up so much when I first read it.
Like, because the rest of it's not as over as the military scientists literally look like the Gestapo.
Yeah, no, it's
like they rock up in them shiny fucking trench coats, and you're like,
the evil logo of the Federation and stuff like that. But
like there is a lot of that kind of overturn on it,
but yeah, the trench coats are absolutely Hey, look, the SS have arrived.
Also, did not spot Rue McClanahan.
No, she's the
biology teacher with the glasses who's like, the bug is interesting.
Yeah, talking about the evolution of the bugs.
Yeah.
I kind of like that we get it the way it's laid out, that you have them in school and stuff. Aside from the fact that none of them look like fucking teenagers.
I was like, there's some very odd looking teenagers.
I like that we get the school stuff. It's cheesy, definitely, a lot of the time. But,
especially because it's the ethics class. So it's like the failure of democracy.
That's the stuff that I like about it. It's the teen draminess of it that I don't like. The stuff with Dizzy, and then the what is it, flip ball? Jump ball. But the stuff in the classroom and the science lab I really like, because that's where you get the kind of the earlier ideas of the war, because obviously the opening scene is set
a year
later, kind of,
and then you get some of the like, join the mobile infantry or join the war effort. Only citizens, you get a hint there of like, only citizens can vote, so you have to do like some certain military
it's like what is it,
mandatory service type
not
thing.
Mandatory service, but no, they have a catchphrase that's like, I can't remember, something guarantees citizenship.
Yeah.
Enlisting guarantees citizenship. Yeah, you hear it there. But yeah, you see it in the classroom with the Razchek. It's brilliant. Michael Ironside.
Yep. And his fucking Kryten hand.
Well, he doesn't have the Kryten hand in the classroom.
No, yeah, he does.
Does he?
Yeah.
I thought he's just...
No, he's got it. Because he lost a hand like back in the day.
Well, yeah, but I thought he's just missing the arm at the start in the classroom, and then when you see him later on, he's got the Kryten hand.
I wasn't really paying attention. It's just Kryten hand. It looks like a Kryten hand.
It does look like a Kryten hand.
Can you imagine Kryten in the middle of that battlefield?
At any point in this movie, to be honest with you. No, I like the classroom stuff. I like the science lab stuff, because it then lets you know they've already come across the...
Yeah, bugs. They know the bugs are there. like, why? And then you get to see the global defense as well, destroying the asteroid. And it's like, the bugs are literally on the other side of the star system.
They are literally on the other side of the galaxy.
How are they getting an asteroid from there to here?
And that was one of the things that I was always like, stupid thing, movie doesn't know about science. But no, this is one of those fan theories that we mentioned earlier.
There's a false flag by the government.
Yeah,
to
it's the government flinging asteroids at Earth so that they have an excuse to go and take the presumably resource-rich planets of the Arachnids.
Yes. Why else would the Mormons go?
So back to Mormons in space.
Why are the Mormons
Why is it always the Mormons in the Expanse?
It's the Mormons.
Yeah.
And they end up crashing that big old ship into what? The fucking asteroid? They hit it into Eros to get Eros to go off course and fly into the sun.
Fred Johnson steals it and like hijacks it and does that, and then they end up using it as a hub in that other world place that the portal opens. Yeah. Anyway, that's the Mormons in the Expanse, and here the Mormons are off ignoring. Yeah,
they were told not to go into the occupied bug territories, and it's like, turns out something else had colonized it before them.
Arachnids.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. If we have any Mormon listeners, let us know, yeah?
I know that the whole thing is to go out and colonize and stuff like that, but like...
Well, yeah, I suppose Mormons do the whole
mission.
The whole mission thing, but like that's more about like spreading the word and stuff, isn't it? This seems like certainly in the Expanse, it's about like
going out
exploration.
Well, no, it's the search for Zion.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's why there's a whole load of them have moved to Missouri. Mormonism is an apocalyptic religion. So they're waiting on end of days and second coming, and a whole lot of them think that the second coming is going to happen in Missouri, and that's where Jesus is going to land on Earth. So a whole lot of them, like the really hardcore doomsdayers of them all, have like packed up and sold all their shit and moved to Missouri.
All right, they're expecting it to happen pretty soon, are they?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So it's this, and then they'll be taken on to Zion. So it's probably the hunt for Zion.
All right. Well, the Mormons here have already met their God.
Yeah. In a slightly less dignified.
Again, it's some of the beautiful gore.
So many dead, like the prosthetics.
That's where most of the gore is in already dead bodies.
Yeah, they're just like panning over like the aftermath of these battles, and there's literally just limbs. Who gets dragged off? No, it's not Sugar. It's
Shijumi gets like chopped apart.
When Shijumi's getting ripped apart, you can just see like limbs
to the bugs. Yeah.
I would hate to have been on this in props because you'd be like, have we gotten all the arms?
All the legs, all the other bits.
We can't leave bits. So much fake blood. They would have been so sticky. And they filmed this in like Nevada or something like that, and like loads of people got heat stroke all the fucking time.
I had a list.
It was like 25 people a day.
Jake Busey got heat stroke.
Yeah.
Casper Van Dien suffered from a fractured rib when he fell off the giant big tanker bug thing.
That thing's so cool.
Dina Meyer got a concussion.
Yeah.
I can't remember when. And is it Paul Muldoon, the guy who plays Xander?
Yeah.
Got a fat lip when Casper Van Dien actually punched him really hard. So there was injuries aplenty on this set.
No, but they were like the extras and stuff like that because they filmed it out in the middle of the desert. A lot of them got heat stroke.
Those costumes look heavy.
No, apparently they ended up just cutting like loads of strategic air holes and stuff. Like they'd cut like the whole backside of the t-shirts, so it was only the front bit that would be visible.
Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah,
and then that's why you get them hanging out, and they're just in like their little suspender
things. Yeah,
they're like those little ski suit pants or like dungarees.
Yeah.
Comfortable. Don't have to worry about a belt.
But yeah, the gore is just, it's one of my favourite bits about the film apart from the ads. And the ads contain a lot of the gore as well.
But I like the fact that your opening to it is the battle on Clondathu, which I still think is a place in Wales.
Fair enough. Yeah, it does sound kind of Welsh.
But, and you got the news reporter doing his best, like, all-American news reporter.
Yeah, it's not his best bit, though.
No, it's not. Not in the
his
slightest.
Best bit comes later / earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Some say, yes.
No, what is it? It's nobody's sure when the invasion of Clondathu will happen, but talk says tomorrow.
Yeah, but he's like literally reporting from the field in the middle of the drop zone with this cameraman who had the old VHS camcorders, the over the shoulder things, And there's just massacring happening all over him, and there's a general retreat.
He's reporting, as the general retreat is happening.
Yeah, and then you get Casper Van Dien running up and being like, "Go for your life!" Which, when you see that happening
when you see that later on, and you see Casper Van Dien running up to the camera from the other angle and like turning his head back really awkwardly to scream into the camera, it's so funny.
If you've ever had to walk a drunk person home and they get the lean,
and they get distracted by something,
and they're on the lean and they look behind them, and you're trying to hold them up because they're on a 45-degree angle. He's doing that running. Yeah.
No, to be fair, folks, but it looks hilarious.
It's brilliant.
Also, that cameraman is just like...
Fair play to that cameraman.
He has no sense of self-preservation.
No,
He's just filming everything.
Yeah.
I'm here to film and I'm going to film, goddammit. I'm a war correspondent.
He is dedicated to his craft.
To the last.
Yeah. Because he also gets ripped apart.
He does get ripped apart. And then that's when...
Casper Van Dien gets slightly monched.
Well, Johnny Rico, because we should stop calling him Casper
Van Dien, yeah. Rico
gets he doesn't get eaten. He gets stabbed through the leg, and he's the only one who gets saved.
Yeah, well, all they have to do is knit his leg up, and he gets to float in the.
Other people had worse like injuries, but
in fairness, most people get like chopped in half.
Yeah,
or turned into like a really fun smear.
In the case of the general.
He's brilliant. The Sky Marshal, who's the general that they find later on.
In the outpost.
Oh, they get in your mind.
That's one of the one of my favourite scenes.
He's up there with precious fluids.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's one of my favourite scenes is the outpost attack.
Yeah.
The trap.
We thought there was a brain bug on Pooh.
No, just the scene itself of them all coming in and...
Yeah, and then he's like, fall back. And it's like, no, you're in the outpost.
He says, fall back to the outpost. It's like, you're already in the outpost.
I actually just really like the fact that the outpost looks like something from Borderlands.
It very much does look like a...
video game level type thing, especially with the little side ramps with no railings, but also they allowed like the Stargate fortifications.
Just like,
you know, the one where they're like, it's the humans. No, it's not the humans. It's Jaffa, and they're training them, and they're like SG-11, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah.
It gives me.
It looks like a military outpost that would be made on the fly for short-term operations, and I like it. But speaking of video games, I have never wanted a Starship Troopers video game more than when I watched this film recently. I'm like, somebody needs to make... I mean, there might have already been one, but somebody needs to make a new one.
And like just kill giant bugs.
It would just
but Gears of War.
No, but with the sensibilities of this film. With the over the top.
Because there are some bits like with the big bug, the big tanker bug comes out of the ground. I'm like, oh, Gears of War.
Oh, yeah.
Like there is moments like that where a lot of things took inspiration from it.
The tanker bug scene still looks great. The people it melts don't look...
No, but it's hard to do that.
Yeah, and
unless you're doing a claymation, which I always think looks the best, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, yeah.
Evil Dead.
Well, then you're actually melting things.
Yeah, but claymation always, like, if you're going to melt it, make their whole head out of wax and then just put a blowgun on it, it always looks better.
But the tanker and all the kind of main soldier bugs...
Yeah.
They all still look great.
They're fantastic. I think
27 years later?
Still get like the toy of it, because you could get a toy of the main.
Could you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck! I want one.
Yeah, I can go with the alien queen in the bathroom.
I want one. But yeah,
you gotta stop getting bug toys, because the replicator every now and again I think moves.
No, we can get more bug toys. It's all right. But yeah, no, they all still look really, really good. Like, the night scene.
Why does the brain bug look so afraid? Why is the brain bug the most emotive of all the bugs? Even though it's a big like larva looking thing, like the way
because it's the only one whose eyes you can actually see,
and it kind of whimpers as well like a puppy.
But it's the only one who's got the only time you see the eyes of anything else is the eyes of the main soldier bug when Sugar's shooting the shit out of it and calls it he calls it a monkey sucking sack of maggot puke, which is just great. And then shoots it in the eye, and then shoots it about 60 more times.
Yeah, and they're like, it's okay.
But other than that, the brain bug is the only one with eyes, so that's why.
Kind of whimpers. I liked it, and it's big ratchet straps in the lab.
No, I like when it takes out Xander. When you actually see it, it's
it sucks his whole face inside out?
No, but when you haven't seen it before, and then this big fucking prong thing comes out the front of it, you're like, oh no, and then straight into the skull.
No, you're not going to stick my brain out of here with a straw.
Well, but I mean, that wouldn't work, would it?
What?
Like eating the brain to get the knowledge? Because the knowledge is all in like the synapses and stuff, isn't it?
I don't know. It's just all...
It's all the electrochemical aspect of it. And I assume if you suck it out through a straw, there's not much electrochemical stuff going on in there anymore. It's just meat. And
prions, which can really fuck you up if you eat them.
Yeah, you're not
supposed to consume the brain of your own species. Other brains are fine.
Hang on. We should probably state you shouldn't consume the flesh of any kind of your own species. But you can.
You can, but it's the brain when you start running into problems. That's how we got mad cow disease.
Well, yeah, but we veered close to condoning cannibalism except for the brains
there. It's not illegal in a lot of countries. What they do you for instead is either murder or desecration of a corpse.
I'm trying to make us out to be not pro-cannibal here. Stop putting forth pro-cannibal arguments.
I'm not putting forth pro-cannibal arguments, but there was this...
Hashtag not all cannibals.
No, there was a dude in the States who had his leg amputated for some medical reason or whatever, and he took his leg home and him and his friends cooked and ate part of it, and they couldn't do anything about it because it was his leg, it was removed. He had requested it from the surgeon, they cleared it with like the surgeon who was like, because they were like, we want to eat it, like we want to try some of it.
I'm not going to lie, I'd probably eaten some.
Yeah, like they were like, when are we ever going to get this opportunity? They were like, it was whatever had happened, I don't know exactly why it had to be removed, but they were like, yeah, you can eat it, just cook it thoroughly.
But yeah, the original point being you
prions fuck you up.
Yeah, you can't eat brains. It will have really, really bad
mad cow
effects
disease.
On you. Yeah.
Mad cow disease is what happened when we fed cow brains.
But yeah, the brain bug probably doesn't have to worry too much about that.
No, well the general makes that point of they get in your head and they make you do things, which I think the brain bug got the guy who's on the radio.
He says, he made Farley make the call.
Yeah, he made him do that so he can manipulate shit as well. So he was probably like, "You're not good to me, so I'm just going to."
This is not the film that I'm going to properly pick apart. Like we already said, they're on opposite sides of the galaxy to one another. They can't be hurling stones.
Yeah, well, in fairness, the only thing they seem to hurl into space is poop.
Yes, so.
The
plasma.
Those plasma things. If we're going that they're giant glow bugs, that's poop.
Yeah, that's explosive.
They're just doing, their neighbours a service by...
Well, sorry, it's bioluminescent
poop. Yeah.
That gets shot through rocket ships.
Yeah, it's not their fault. If you're in the, it's in the splash zone.
No, that's a fair argument.
I'm all on the side of the bugs here. I'm pretty sure the bugs were just like minding their own buggy business. Oh. And they have sweet, sweet resources.
Yeah, no, the bugs have sweet, sweet resources.
Yeah, they're like the balls.
The balls?
The balls. They bounce 2
meters. The bouncing balls. Our tails don't have a ball like you.
He bounced 2 meters in the air.
Then he bounced 3 meters in the air.
History's greatest monster.
Yes. Henry Kissinger.
He's dead now.
Thank fuck. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm 100% on the bug side. On this, I do kind of feel bad for the bugs.
I don't feel bad for them, but I am on their side.
I do enjoy watching them just tear the absolute shit out of everything. Except for that cow. But it's okay, because the cow's not really there.
The cow is the only innocent victim on our side.
No, that poor dog in Buenos Aires.
Oh yes, that poor
dog. I was
like,
why do they focus on the dog? But and then the guy who's like, the only good bug is a dead bug.
No, but we've decided that the bugs didn't actually send the comment. That it was
the
the
Earth
was
government.
Carmen. Yeah, it was either Carmen or the Earth government. Now, I like the theory that it was Carmen on the ship.
Because she reroutes the course and then hits that asteroid that knocks it off course and that's blown up Buenos Aires.
But they barely touched that asteroid. So,
I like the fact that they're like, oh, it's okay, we have a hell of a flight team. She rerouted the course without telling anybody.
That's not my problem. Why is Xander her senior?
He's only there like a month ahead of her.
If that. The whole thing is they graduate and they sign up. And at the...
Oh, the amazing inauguration thing?
Where before that. Before we get on to that.
Jump ball.
At the jump ball thing, Xander says... When asked if he's going to the party, he says he might. It's his last chance before he ships out.
Yeah.
To pilot training school or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's just about to start. They're like next day or whatever. They graduate.
Yeah,
and
they
sign
go
up.
on the same flight. Because it's like the day after, he gets kicked out like the day after the dance or something like that, or 2 days after the dance.
Yeah, so they sign up like it must be.
Because he's like, no, you're going to Harvard. Because I was like, they have to be in like community college or something like that. Yeah, and he's like, no, you have to go to Harvard, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, then they ground him. I'm like, oh, so he is 18.
Yeah, they're teenagers, supposedly. But So yeah, Xander goes off at most a few weeks before Carmen. And then
he's like, I heard all about this wild child coming up through...
No, okay, at least he's only the assistant instructor. But yeah, he's like, I'm your training instructor.
Yeah.
Fucking why? You just got there as well, buddy.
Also, who let her continue to fly after her reversing out of that fucking dock?
I get being cocky, but like...
Also, space. You can tilt up and over.
Yeah, she's
Let's
doing her reversing...
ring of peace.
Her reversing motion the whole way out. Yeah. Yeah, 3 dimensions. But
3 dimensions.
For me, it's more like, don't be so fucking cocky on your first day flying an actual giant goddamn spaceship.
Yeah.
Like...
I do like the lunar base with the ring around it.
I kind of like all of it. The spaceships look a little bit clunky, but I still like all the spaceship stuff.
Yeah, no,
particularly when the ship gets ripped in half and you can see all the sections.
You can see the people getting sucked
in, including the dude with the slinky.
Oh, the dude with the slinky?
Yeah, there's a guy with a slinky in the background there.
He's in the mess hall, I think.
But yeah, no, I like it. You can tell it's models.
Like, I don't care.
But it still looks cool.
I love models.
Yeah, and there's ways to make it work even when you know it's models, and this is how it
like I grew up on Thunderbirds because my dad's a huge fan. He watched that a lot. So when they were replaying it, I used to watch the shit out of Thunderbirds and Stingray.
Yeah, so like models, you can't see the strings.
I don't care. I love
there's
models.
No strings in this.
Yeah.
No, it does. The models look great, and as I say, particularly when the ships are getting like ripped in half.
When they all docked back after the battle on Clondathu,
they're all wrecked.
And they're all in bits, and you were like, "Look, some of them didn't even land; they're just lying on it."
Yes, they didn't dock; they're just like,
they've just crashed.
This'll do.
But yeah, they're all wrecked, and then the station's all pristine. No, I love all the space stuff. The ring around the moon, I really, really enjoyed that. I was like, that makes so much sense as a construction thing or whatever, or docking zone.
And I think Rico's right when he says that Mobile Infantry does the dying and Fleet just does the flying, because that's all they really do.
Yeah, they just fly around and then they're here like, here's your little dropship things.
Yeah.
Which don't have weaponry.
Yeah, none of the dropships do. Yeah, we see, the only things we see flying are the ones that do the bombing run.
Yeah, which are super low. I don't understand.
We don't see any of the like spaceships do any firing whatsoever.
No, they all seem to just do a lot of exploding.
Yeah, they fly around and explode.
Why are they all in a cluster when they're doing the drop? That just seems like bad formation. You'd think they'd want to spread out because they're
why are none of them worried about the bioluminescent?
Yeah, they're like, it's okay, it'll be minimal, and then it goes right through one, and they're like, somebody made a goddamn mistake.
The phrase she uses is
30%.
Intelligence. Told us about this. It'll be random and light. So random, I understand, but when she says light, is she saying that it's just light?
Sparklers? Is it Jubilee or is it
it's just part of the visible wave spectrum. It's just light. Or is she saying, it won't be heavy, there won't be a lot of it? Because she seems surprised when it then rips through a ship. So I'm like, does she mean light as in, it's just light?
They're all just really fucking stupid.
They are absolutely all really stupid.
Yeah, because in fairness, the ground infantry get a fucking tattoo that says death from above.
I know. I know they're going in on dropships.
No, but death from below is far more fitting.
Well, death from directly across from you. Also,
have you noticed how they look like the tattoo that Bart gets in The Simpsons?
Yes.
It really does.
Yeah, the
death
tattoos.
from above.
Yeah, no, they're all brilliantly stupid. I love it.
Yeah. I also Zim.
Yeah, I was just about to say we haven't talked about the boot camp side of it yet, and I really do enjoy the boot. Normally, in war films, I don't like the boot camp side of it.
Well, you don't really like war films.
No, I don't. But this,
I
feel this follows the traditional path of a war film.
This is a more
here's your recruits. Here's them in boot camp. Here's them experiencing the horrors of war, and then here's them coming to realizations or whatever.
On the boot camp, I like the fact that they were all realistic looking people, because if this movie was made now, they'd all have the Avengers body.
I like when he tells Bronski to keep pace.
Oh, and he starts chasing him.
he doesn't miss a beat. That actor, so he's just straight in, whips out
and literally chases him. It's like, that's not keep pace. You are chasing him now.
That's fucking
And then
brilliant.
He gets to whip Rico later on, and you can just feel the satisfaction in that.
It's the boot camp is so much fun, but I think one of my favourite bits is when Ace, the always excellent Jake Busey.
Oh,
it's like,
so good.
why do we need to be good with knives in a nuke war, sir?
You have disabled his hand.
Yeah. And we can't push a button if you've disabled his hand.
And Zim gets the bug in the end.
He does.
He busted himself down to private.
Or when he
asks
asks
a career sergeant.
Yeah, no, I like when he asks if he thinks any of the recruits can take him out, and he breaks your man's arm and he's lying on the ground screaming, and Zim's like, "What's the problem?" And your man goes, "It's my arm, sir."
I think it's
Zim knows.
broken, sir.
Zim knows it's your arm, you fucking idiot.
That's Breckenridge.
They just, I love the
I also
meatheads.
really liked his cast that you see later on, where it's like the goo in the cast.
Yeah, well, you were pointing out I had missed it after Dizzy and Zim fight.
She's got the big bruise on her neck because he chokes her out with his knee.
Yeah, but no, all the boot camp stuff is great
Except for, what was it, 036? Do a flip?
Do
in
a
the
3-6
Quasar?
flip play. Yeah.
Whatever.
The whole thing, it's like, yeah, it's a nice callback to the fact that they used to be on a sports team together, but it does not help. Like, he runs up behind them.
Yeah, and then does a flip.
Flips over them. And then shoots them all. It's like, he could have just shot them from behind. But the important thing there, to me, seemed to be the element of surprise was the advantage. Not his ability to flip.
And it was also like, nobody else knows what you're doing, which is bad communication.
Well, it seemed to rely on only the two of them.
Yeah.
And also, he's like, "Cover me," and then immediately stops running to shoot at some people.
Yeah, that's
like,
not how cover works. Yeah, they lay down.
They lay down the fire so
fire
you can
while
run.
you run, yeah. Moron.
Also,
it just made me want to play Quasar real bad because it's less painful than you don't have to take like 2 days off.
I play that kind of Quasar where you got a little shock off it as well. That looks fun.
A little, yeah. Fucking BDSM
Getting shot in the head,
Quasar.
not so much.
No.
BDSM Quasar.
In fairness, like you could just get one of those, the shock collars.
Oh,
He used to do that to like kids in the neighbourhood because somebody up the road had one of those invisible fences for the dog, so we used to just put the collar on kids and like throw them across it.
Yeah, I'm not jerry-rigging a homemade like Quasar shock.
In fairness,
thing.
there's a horse fence out the back. You can just go and play with that.
I don't want to get shocked.
I haven't played Quasar in years. I got really badly lost in one in Plymouth.
They
had to switch on all the lights and send in like a team to find me.
You are just fucking Little Miss Tangent today, aren't
Yes.
you? No, back to Zim and his awesomeness.
Zim! He did conquer something. He finally invaded something successfully. I know it's the wrong Zim, but I don't care.
The whole demoting himself to sergeant thing, to private from sergeant, that
to go and fight.
Roger Young, the ship, the Roger Young is named for a real guy who did what Zim did. He was a sergeant and he went deaf from just constant gunfire and explosions and didn't feel fit to lead his men into battle, so demoted himself to private because he didn't want his decisions or his inability to properly make decisions to hurt his men, so he demoted himself to private and continued to fight. But it's not just in Zim. There's a couple of other actions of other people in the film that are related to Roger Young because he died in battle as well. But yeah, there's a whole load of like not stupid references in this. Like there's a whole lot of different philosophers on the wall in the school that are to do with like schools of thought about totalitarianism and stuff like that. So there's loads of little bits dotted throughout it. But the Roger Young thing I just thought was cool.
Yeah, well, Dutch director.
Oh, Paul Verhoeven's fucking great. Like
he grew up in post-war. So.
And this is his favourite film of his own.
I love this film. I just think this film's hilarious.
Apparently, that was one of the things was Michael Ironside had read the book as a kid.
Yeah.
And went up to him and was like,
why are you making a pro-fascist film?
You've read the book or you've not read the book. Like, you know that they're not supposed to be like the good guys and you're making them all these beautiful, like, strong people. And he's like, oh yeah, like that's the point. Like, they're all beautiful. They're super intelligent. Or like not super intelligent, super advanced, and like have all this military firepower, and all they can do with it is fight fucking bugs and lose.
It's the Emu Wars.
Yeah,
it's the fucking Emu Wars. There's a bit I think in Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, with the two aliens, and he's all like really beefy. The two they're robbing the bank, and there's the two other aliens, and he's like incredibly beefy. Like they're that like stereotypical itty bitty waist. Huge carrot body and she's like massive tits and a huge arse and then that little bit of armour on her head.
Yeah, on her forehead.
And one of them flicks it and she snaps in half.
I think that's one of the meanwhiles from Squee, but
Like, that's what he's doing. This is just entirely like, look at how fucking stupid you are.
Oh, yeah, and it's what we were talking about in Blazing Saddles of, like, you can't take on these people on the same kind of way. You have to just make fun of them and point out how ridiculous they are. And
if they
that's what
don't
this does.
get it...
Well, you don't want them to get it.
No.
You want everybody else to get it so that people don't support them. and that's kind of why Rico's journey is so funny in this film, because it's kind of like the reverse of your typical war film protagonist.
He's like, well, I'm joining up.
He starts off all unsure of how good the military is and maybe it's not so good, and then goes to war and becomes all pro-military after experiencing the horrors of war, as opposed to your average war protagonist who goes the other way, is, you know, recruited and thinks war is great and then experiences the horrors of war and is all anti-war afterwards.
Yeah.
Rico goes the other way, and I just enjoy it.
Got us, Johnny.
That cracks me up every time.
Oh.
Goddamn bugs whacked us, Johnny.
War were declared. It's very close to war were declared.
One of the guys does scream that when Rico's trying to leave.
Yeah, when he's doing the walk of shame.
Everybody's running
after
past
getting
because
his flogging.
But everybody's running past because news has just broken of Argentina getting hit with the meteor. And Rico says, what's going on?
Like, he was on a video call with his parents and they're like, why is it getting dark outside?
Oh yeah, aside from the fact that Dad has no idea apparently what rain is.
Oh, it's just rain.
The sky goes black and he goes, must be rain.
Well, no, like, it's Buenos Aires, and I remember when we were in the Caribbean and that big storm came in, and it did get, like,
it did not become nighttime.
No, but it did get really, really dark, and, like, you could have been like, shit, it's, yeah.
Well, I suppose we don't know
bad thunderstorm or
we
something.
don't know what effects global warming has had in that future.
Yeah, well, if they lived in Buenos Aires.
But yeah, no.
I also like the fact that everyone was like, why would a blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy be in Buenos Aires? Argentina. German descent.
Anyway, but yeah, no. So he's asked somebody what's happening just after Buenos Aires has been bombed or meteor strike, and they're all running to get the news. And somebody says, "We're going to war." I'm like, I mean, that's probably a safe assumption to make, but that's not the announcement that just happened that has everybody running.
No,
what has everybody running is that, you know, a whole lot of people have died in Buenos Aires. But yeah, I know I just mentioned Rico, but I do enjoy pretty much all of the mobile infantry squad.
Yeah.
Carmen's kind of annoying.
But Carmen's, I think, supposed to be kind of annoying. Really, Amy Smart, underutilized.
Yes, yeah.
I keep forgetting Amy Smart. Oh, yeah. That's it. Like, no. It's Amy Smart, she's great.
No, even she gets promoted at the end. Not as quickly as the rest of them, but she's promoted to...
Carmen, like, is failing upwards.
Not as fast as Rico.
No, see, with Rico, everybody's just dying around him. He has the unlucky he's surviving shit. That's how he's getting there, is he's made it through.
Yeah, I'm the only one left now. I'm in charge.
Well, no, in fairness, he wouldn't have made it the rest of the way if Raznik's crew hadn't, like, dragged his ass out of there. Well, yeah, they're like, look, you were killed in action.
That's the implication of who got him out of there.
Who do you think saved you? Yeah. And then him, Ace and Dizzy are all sent over to the Roughnecks because they're
the only ones who survived from their platoon, I think.
Yeah. I think anybody who, like, survived Clondath, who got all drafted into one platoon. But yeah, no,
of the three kids at the start, Carl's fine, but he's only really in it at the start.
And the end,
no, he's kind of underused.
I like Carl though.
Well, we like Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carmen you don't really care about. But then when we get Dizzy, well, Dizzy's there at the school at the start as well.
Yeah.
But
Dizzy's like gagging for it. It's been like, calm down on the desperate love.
Yeah, but when Dizzy's in boot camp, Dizzy's way more fun.
I like
Ace
the fact
is great
that
crack as well.
Or when you see her in boot camp and she's like transferred in and she's like, I heard they were the best, and he's like, prove it. Like, what makes you think you can join us? And she's like, fine, I'm going to fist fight you.
Yeah.
And she just goes for it.
But when she's accused of having only gone there because of Johnny being there, it's like, no, I think she's there because she wants to actually
in fairness,
be there.
You only joined up because Carmen was showing interest in another flyboy.
Oh yeah, he joined up for the girl. Don't assume that she joined up for the boy.
Because you don't get any backstory from Dizzy. You assume Carmen's kind of wealthy. They all seem to be fairly wealthy. Well, citizens.
You see the inside of Carl's house and you see the inside of Johnny's house, and they both look like pretty fancy houses.
Yeah.
Beyond that, you don't see any other civilian homes. But yeah, we'll assume if they were all going to the same school, they're all of a similar level. And then Ace does refer to them as referred to him as being a rich boy later on.
But it's like, it does say like Buenos Aires educational centre, so I think they're like everyone gets the same education to a certain level, because as shitty as Hitler was, a lot of the social structure that was enacted.
Oh, what about the good things Hitler did? Are we going there today as well?
Stop. No, but like universal education, like it's things that we even have in this country.
No, yeah, and also like
there are ideas within it like that are proven, so everyone gets the same education, whatever about the civilian citizen status.
It's also, that's why you give all the kids your propaganda in school.
Yeah.
So
it's just like,
if all the kids go to school, all the kids can get the propaganda. So yeah.
And then you can't say it wasn't fair for everybody. It's like, oh, they got a better opportunity from me because of X, Y, and Z. No, everyone got the same opportunity. It's just how you utilise it.
Yeah, but even in those societies, there's going to be fancy schools, and you're not going to have the poor kids.
Or you're going to have something like you get the guy in boot camp later on. He says he wants to go to college. He got into Harvard, but they can't afford it. So if he goes there, whereas Rico's dad was just straight up going to pay for him to go to Harvard.
Well, and they were going to bribe him into going to Harvard by sending him off to Zegama Beach on the Outer Ring.
But so it ain't there no more.
Yeah, but they're definitely not short of a bit of
cash.
No,
so they're like they're wealthy, so even though they're like, oh yeah, nobody can complain, there is still disparity within it.
But Harvard does end up costing Tajumi an arm and a leg and another arm and another leg and a head. And
a torso.
And a torso. Because, he's the one who gets ripped apart.
Literally bits of him going everywhere. It's hilarious.
But yeah, no,
it just looks so comical because you're like, there's an arm.
Yeah, no, of the main characters, I think you get just enough from all of them. You don't need a lot for them for the film that it is.
No,
but
I like the scene in the shower scene where they are talking about their motivations for being there.
Well, I also like the shower scene for it being that co-ed shower thing. Well, no, but just the whole co-ed shower thing and it being
not a big deal.
It's one of the smaller bits of it being like the future society. That's this utilitarian thing of everybody's kind of the same because we want you all to be the same. But and not just because boobs. As a teenager, I was like, boobs.
But yeah, like you have a female captain of a ship. You have like they don't even in the jump ball. Dizzy's the captain.
Yeah.
Like there's no gender discrimination, as it were.
Yeah, and there was a bit in the trivia that I'm not sure if it was filmed as a deleted scene or if it was just in the script, but there was supposed to be a bit where Carmen is more than happy to sleep with Johnny later on, but she doesn't want to kiss him in public because public displays of emotion are not great, but like...
They have a fist fight in the middle of the fucking...
No, like public displays of affection and like affectionate emotion are kind of frowned upon. So, like, sexual reproduction is fine, but like, romantic emotions aren't supposed to be shown. They cut it for whatever reason, but that kind of comes across then in this co-ed shower scene because nobody's being horny or anything about it.
No, but also, like, that's just the way it is. Get over it. It's a human body. We all have one. All the bits are mostly the same.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, fuck it.
Who cares? But no, then Razchak and Zim as your main kind of figures of authority, first in boot camp and then Razchak in the war, are great as well. Like we always like Clancy and we always like Michael Ironside as well, but the two of them are just so much fun as hard asses, but in very different ways.
I for a very long time thought that the drill instructor in Malcolm in the Middle was Michael Ironside.
No, that's fuck, I can't remember the actor's name, but that's okay, because whenever Planty talks about the actor, he never remembers that he was in Malcolm in the Middle.
Because I was just like, oh, it's the same person, whatever.
Commandant Spangler?
Yeah.
No.
But Spangler's great, but I was like, oh, look, it's Spangler, the early years, or the later years. This is what happened after Reese left, because he was so devastated by...
No, Francis.
No, it is Francis. Is it Francis? No, it's Reese who joins the military and becomes a perfect soldier.
Yes, but it's Francis who's at the military camp for kids that's run by Commandant Spangler.
Oh, is that one run by Commandant Spangler?
Yeah.
And then Otto.
No more tangents. But no, I really like Razchak throughout it. Particularly one of the things I actually do really like about
it. With the way he just no nonsense shoots the guy who's taken by the flying bug.
No, the way he...
I really like that. I was like, you're a good man.
He's almost the least fascist one in it in some ways.
Oh, what, the freedom to choose is the only freedom any of us really have.
Yeah, I particularly like that line that he's like, he doesn't tell the kid to go to war, what you're expecting of him. But even in the classroom, where you're like, okay, yes, he's very pro-violence, but he doesn't seem to want, like, he's not just trying to whip the kids up into like
no,
a
he's actually trying
fever.
to make them think for themselves.
Yeah, he wants them
and
to
reason
think
shit out.
And yeah, like if they understand this and come to the same conclusions, then yeah, they've reached the right conclusions. But he's not just trying to fill them with propaganda.
No.
And then even as the commander, you're expecting him to be the big hard ass, because that's what Ace says. I hear your lieutenant's a real hard ass.
He's like, everyone fights.
But he expects the same of everybody.
Yeah.
And he expects nothing more of his soldiers than he himself gives. And,
he's a good sergeant.
Yeah, and then he does actually give Rico some advice, which is...
Never turn down a good thing.
Yeah.
Go get your end away.
Okay, yeah, go get your end away. And granted,
he does give him an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's delay this very important mission so one of my men can get his rocks off.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's like, you kind of don't expect it from him. I think that's what I mean by he's the least kind of fascist of them.
Also, Dizzy's funny little run just before she gets impaled, where she's doing her Baywatch moment.
Yeah, and then turns around. Like, you know you're in mortal danger and somebody is screaming your name in a watch out kind of way.
It's like, oh, bye, tower guys.
Yeah, why are they still there? Like, I understand Xander's annoyance. He's like, Tower, come on.
Yeah, I'm with them.
Yeah, well, Tower deserved to die.
Still, the general in the outpost, I think, is my...
he's very much the precious fluids. He's over the top. We're all gonna die.
And they're like, you stay there. It's like, somebody just punch him out. But then, he meets a fitting end.
He does meet a fitting end. But I could talk about this for so long. It's such a fun film, but we're approaching the hour mark, so
no, and it's well worth a revisit to pick up on the satirical elements of it.
Well, as I said, as a teenager, they all flew over my head.
And it all, but like especially when you see how you could very much parallel it with what's going on around the world now with social media and this, that, and the other, and the subversive
all the propaganda video cut-ins are some of my favourite things about it. They really are. Other highlights for me would be the gore and just the right amount of over-the-topness that this film has.
Jake Busey threateningly serenading you with a violin is the only way I could describe it. When
he is threateningly serenading the two of them with his evil violin stare.
Why? Also, it's like, here's all your beer, boys. Have a good night off. By the way, we sent an electric green violin for the one dude who can play violin.
Yeah,
who learned to play violin for the role.
I know, but just hope somebody there knows how to play violin, because they've only just joined.
Yeah.
And he's the only one who goes for the violin. So if they hadn't just joined, we'd be like, oh, great, we have no music tonight, guys.
Yeah. No, and instead he's going to go around and
threateningly serenade people.
Yeah, in a weird, creepy, I look in your windows at night and have a special relationship with the bush.
Jake Busey's great.
He is.
He's great in everything that I've seen him in, but I love him as Ace. I really do.
But when they're doing the recap of everybody later on, he's still a private. And he wants to go career. They're like, Private Ace, and it's like, and then the Rico's Roughnecks commander and Captain Ibanez.
I don't like the whole. I'm fine with Rico getting put in charge of the Roughnecks, but him stealing all of Razchak's lines is a bit much. Like he sells it at the end of the film when he gets on the propaganda ad where he's like, "Come on, you apes, you want to live forever," but when he's giving it talking to all his little teenage boys who have just recruited fresh out of boot camp.
Feeling like an old man. They're literally 6 months younger than you. Calm down.
Yeah, aside from, supposed to be 6 months younger than him.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he's giving it the whole, everybody fights, nobody quits. It's like, you just stole that and it doesn't sound convincing at all, Rico. That's not cool.
I can't think of something. He's doing the fucking Braveheart speech again. It's
but
the only one he knows.
I don't think there's anything that I don't like that's not just stupid silly shit, like the wide shot where it pulls out of the dance and you can see that guy off on the left hand side of the screen. It's a really awkward white guy dancing.
He is. He's your uncle pointing at things.
Yeah, it's just silly things that you're like, well, why is Xander senior to Carmen? It doesn't make any sense, but I don't care. Why
do they have open liquids on next to control panels?
Why does the oath that you swear to the Federation say I will sign up for no less than 3 years or as much whatever, but as much as the Federation may need. But at the same time, you can apparently quit whenever you want.
Yeah.
Or at least in boot camp, you can quit whenever you want. But yeah, it's stupid, silly stuff like that. There's nothing that I actually dislike about this film.
I have so many questions about the world, but it's because the whole world is just ridiculous. It's like, why are you doing this?
I'd love to see more, and I think I'm
gonna go watch the second one because it looks. Well,
the
hilarious.
second one, as we discovered, the second one was directed by Phil Tippett.
Yeah, I know.
And written by the guy who wrote this one, and the third one was written by and directed by the guy who wrote the first two. So, and it's us. We'll watch it.
And the cartoon series were fairly well.
Well, the cartoon series came first. Well, sorry, after this, there was the movie, and then the cartoon series was in like 1999, and then the second film didn't come till like 2004 or something, because there was that horrible bit of trivia that said that this film is the only Starship Troopers film to be released in the second millennium.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
It could have just said 20th century.
It's alright. Like somebody referring to it as the late 1900s. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously.
But there's so much to love about this film and so very little to dislike.
Honestly, a huge bit for me is the fact that it's all like really nice and bright.
There's only like one nighttime fight.
But the bugs are like really fun and bright and like kind of ridiculous looking.
Oh yeah.
They're not alien, but like, and they're like actual a big proper stapler alien head. They're like,
yeah, they're not just slaps of extra legs on it and we'll throw it in.
Like Avatar, where we gave everything 6 legs.
Yeah, give it 6 legs and extra horns.
How do these things work? They're like those spiders that I really don't like. The ones with the really long legs and the little teeny tiny body, and I don't understand how.
Which the arachnids in this?
Yeah,
I think they're kind of like Wettas. They're cool
I just think they're awesome looking, and everything about them looks pointy. Well, like everything's a weapon. Yeah.
I'm not sure where the mouth is because it all looks like teeth and legs and
there's a big bit that's like and then there's just legs. But I also love the way they like just kind of swarm everything.
Oh yeah.
But they also kind of have, like, you know, when the ground collapses and she falls into the tunnel, because one looks around and goes, huh? Like, it actually makes that kind of confused dog with the head tilts.
They managed to be quite emotive. Like,
I really am a big fan of the bugs in this. I actually think they're kind of adorable.
I'm a big fan of everything. I honestly think, because I watched this film at the age that I did, I honestly think this film has a lot to answer for in terms of my taste in movies. You were like prime
for this because you were like 13-year-old boy.
No, but I honestly think I love so many films that are like this, that don't take themselves too seriously, that take the time, because the world in this is fairly well crafted as well. In terms of you get just enough to know that it is a proper fascist society. Like,
the corporal punishment alone.
And yeah, it's just there's so much to like about it, as I said, but I think what I like about it then bleed into a lot of things that I like in films going forward throughout my teenage years. And yourself?
I love the bugs. I love the bugs.
Yeah.
I really do. There's just something about the bugs that gets me. Because they're just like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Well, there's...
Particularly, again, it's always the outpost where there's just all of them around the outside and they're just climbing up on it and they're just climbing these piles of dead bugs to get up there.
Part of the reason...
But I always think they underutilise the flying bugs.
Oh, they do, yeah. But I think part of the reason that the outpost scene is so good is because there's actually in the other battles, they're just running around firing at bugs everywhere, and there's not a kind of focal point to the battle. Whereas in this, they're actually trying to protect themselves from an invading force, and there is a focal point to the battle. Whereas they're not just running around firing at whatever insects appear.
Yeah, it's like the arachnoid battle that Zap Brannigan wins.
But again, you
know when they're showing the footage of that, and they're literally just steamrollering across the planet.
But even with that, it's like the only kind of coherent battle that takes place is the one. That's the strategy of the insects.
Yeah.
Because that's the trap the insects lay.
Also, the three that come out of the tunnel, you know when they nuke the tunnel?
Yeah.
The three that are outside, the three aliens
kind of
that
looking
pop
back
out.
down the tunnel going like, what? Maybe we should, fuck.
I love the bugs. I don't know why I love the bugs, but I love the Eye of Sauron that seems to be like shitting itself and trying to get off the tower when it's collapsing. Being able to give something that has no visible, like...
You love it when things are anthropomorphized.
Yes, I do. Done really, when they're done like that, where you can... It's done well, without giving them, like, eyebrows and shit.
No, because as we said, they don't look human. They don't have faces.
I don't even know what way they're facing most of the time.
Because
it looks like the head just kind of does a full 180. The other, oh my god, that's terrifying. The head just goes. Wah, wah.
But to give something like that doesn't have any sort of obvious face, a sense of personality. It's very well done. It is. No, there's just tons and tons to like about this movie. But
if you shoot off a limb, it's still 85% effective.
combat effective. Go for the nerve centre.
But
And nobody
he has
does.
loads of whole fucking... Have you seen the nerve centre? It's that little bit in the middle where it all joins, and he still unloads a whole clip into it, and it's still twitching around in the background.
Oh, I mean, there's tons of trivia that we didn't even touch on because...
Oh, no, if you could get your hands on this with the deleted scenes and the uncensored scenes, they're fucking brilliant.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because the one with the cow where it's just the dude with the hose.
Oh, yeah, beneath the censored bar is just...
a dude with a big hose spraying blood.
fake blood.
And then they let the arachnid in afterwards. It's like Release the Panthers and it's 2 cats.
Oh, Team America. That was one of my favourite bits of Team America.
The 2 cats, and they just stuffed him with cat food and they rip it up.
Oh, okay, that's the last tangent. It's time to wrap up. That was the fucking always awesome Starship Troopers. I assume most people who listen have seen it. Go and watch it again if you haven't watched it in a while.
And if you haven't watched it in a while.
It's fucking brilliant. It's still great. We are off to watch the next
and
Starship
it holds
Troopers.
up really
Oh, this holds
really
up really well. I don't know how the other films will go, but this holds up really, really well as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
CGI looks great. It's not
Fire
overly
is
90s
hard to
cheesy.
do, so I'll always give him a pass on that. 2 things that'll never look good is fire and water. It's just because of scale.
Even now, still,
scale
fire can
and
be hard
stuff
to
like
do.
that. Fire's very hard to replicate.
But it still holds up really, really well. Still incredibly entertaining and well worth a watch, and comes highly recommended. As I say, we're off to watch some more Starship Troopers if we can find
the
it.
second one.
And we'll be back next week with our usual undecided film. As ever, guys, thanks for joining us. And in the meantime, if you'd like, you can head back and listen to some of our previous episodes, or you can head over and check out our other podcast, Mono Rants the Boys, or you can come and chat with us on Twitter at RantsMono, on Instagram at monorants_the_boys, or you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. And we'll be back next week. Bye bye.
Slan.